wheat and onion production and 10th in the rice production. Pakistan are amongst has not measured up to its full potential. Production sector. Knowledge, transfer of knowledge from the researches that we are facing. The government has launched
the pandemic, which is considered as the unprecedented health crisis of this century, has undesirable effects on our daily lives by causing pressure on various sectors such as economy, trade, education, and agriculture. I hope this meeting will be very fruitful for our countries during this period to better understand the value of global cooperation. During the pandemic, the whole world has understood the importance of ensuring food security and meeting nutritional standards once again. Esteemed participants, with its over 1 billion population, the organization of D-8 has a great power. I believe that we, as member countries, have the ability to solve our problems in close cooperation with each other. 32% of total labor force work in agricultural sector in D8 countries, which proves that agriculture is an important sector in D8 countries, both in terms of employment and overall economy. As we all know, food insecurity and malnutrition threaten millions of people in the world. Nearly 690 million people are hungry today, and this figure is rising year by year, and the estimates show that it is rising up by nearly 60 million every 5 years. Global agriculture has faced multiple challenges today. We must produce more food to feed the growing world population. Besides, there is an increasing competition for alternative uses of limited land and water resources, and adapting to climate change is another challenge that agricultural sector has to face. Addressing these challenges requires coordinated responses from the public and private sectors, and also civil society that will need to be adapted to specific circumstances of different types of farmers in countries at all levels of development. Esteemed participants, you all know United Nations has attached special importance to family farming and declared 2019 and 2028 period as UN Decade of Family Farming. Turkey is also aware of the significance of family farming. Therefore, we try to take this issue into account along with the SDGs in our activities. I believe that smallholders can also play an important role in accomplishing sustainable food security. Smallholders are the main source of food in the developing world, producing up to 80% of the food consumed in many developing countries. Therefore, smallholders and small family farms are crucial for food security, and increasing agricultural productivity is closely related to reducing rural poverty and hunger. Distinguished delegates, another approach that will ensure the integration of small farmers into the global value chain is to ensure that both local and multinational retailers, within the framework of social responsibility, procure goods from small farmers through contracted agricultural agreements. While doing this, the spread of good agricultural practices with mutual win-win principle is very important. In order to achieve this, well-planned business models should be created for small farmers to integrate them into global value chains. Therefore, we set increasing economic welfare in rural areas as a target in our 2019-2023 strategic plan. Besides, the 2014 and 20 National Rural Development Strategy to deliver the EU instrument for pre-accession assistance regarding rural development has a budget of more than $730 million. As of 2020, grants have been given more than nearly 5,000 projects under IPART 2 program. These rural development projects require co-financing of beneficiaries with the aim of mobilizing private sector resources. On the other hand, public investments to improve agricultural infrastructure are targeted to boosting agricultural production and increasing the competitiveness of the sector. Launched in 2006, the Rural Development Investments Program has initiated more than 12,000 small projects with a total financial volume of approximately $425 million. The projects promotes investments in production facilities, drip irrigation systems, procurement of agricultural machinery and equipment. The initiative targets rural areas across the country and aims to eradicate rural poverty, especially among smallholders and farming enterprises. Another project we have just started is the Expert Hands in Rural Development project. In order to improve productivity and quality in production, we will support university graduates in the fields of agriculture, animal husbandry and food committed to living in the village. Agriculture is just as strategic and important as defense. Therefore, we attach importance to the initiation of such a project. Dear participants, we have taken numerous steps in terms of legislation, policy development, and institutional restructuring in order to meet recent challenges such as climate change and food price fluctuations. We aim to increase our food production and foster rural development through regional development programs and reform efforts in major areas such as farmer support practices, technology transfer, and agricultural research. In addition, we give priority to cooperatives in rural development programs. Therefore, cooperatives are encouraged by our ministry with educational work and support policies at the local level in order to develop and increase the functions of cooperatives. For example, almost all of the support given in the field of livestock is made through cooperatives and contributes to increasing the development and functions of cooperatives. Dear participants, because of the pandemic, global food systems were faced a big stress and the whole food chain has affected as well. At the beginning of the pandemic, we took the necessary measures such as close contact with the food industry, increasing stock levels of retail sector, arranging transportation and living conditions of seasonal workers and many others. Due to these measures, Turkey experienced a relatively smooth course of the spread. On the other hand, the pandemic has revealed the importance of using online marketing methods. So we reflected this in agricultural sector and initiated digital agricultural market project. The project includes a web-based digital platform for supply and demand chain. And this platform includes a wide range of members from smallholders to big players in retail sector and provides to our farmers many new opportunities and facilities to strengthen their marketing capabilities and effective financial instruments. The system also allows contract farming. Although this digital agricultural market is active only for 8 months, its transaction volume has reached to $20 million. Distinguished participants, in order to feed the world population, which will be almost 10 billion in 2050, the food production has to be increased 60%, but we know that the production capacity is limited. The problem is not directly related to the amount of the food in the world, but it sometimes stems from the wrong policies that may be adopted by the countries. At this point, I would like to underline that we also should fight against food loss and waste. 1/3 of the food in the world is wasted. If we can stop this, there will be no such thing as hunger. In this sense, this year in May, we launched a campaign, namely Save Your Food, in cooperation with the FAO. We aim to combat against food losses and waste by raising public awareness both at national and international level. Also, we aim to create a role model by extending good practices on food losses and waste in other countries. In October, we had initiated a campaign on most online pledges received for an environmental sustainability campaign to raise awareness on food loss and waste. On this occasion, I would like to invite all D-8 member countries to support this campaign and reduce food loss and waste with the common actions throughout the D-8 region. We are ready to share each and every detail of this campaign with the interested countries. Besides, in order to achieve the UN Sustainable Development Goals, we have also initiated a Boost Up campaign for reforestation. Under the theme of Bread for the Future, more than 13 million saplings met with soil last year in November. For the past 10 years, Turkey has increased the area of its forests substantially. This year, on the same day, 11/11/2020, with the attendance of 35 countries, we carried this campaign beyond our borders. Also, in order to enable future generations to live in a healthier, more sustainable food ecosystem, this year we initiated a comprehensive domestic seed campaign, namely Seed Campaign from Grandparent to Grandchild. Within the scope of this campaign, which aims to increase domestic seed production, it is planned to reach 2 million tons of seeds in 2023. Distinguished ministers and representatives, I would like to highlight that Turkey is always open to share its know-how and experience with the 8 member states to develop a common basis for strengthening cooperation. It is also my firm belief that the cooperation among the D8 countries will be further enhanced by mutual efforts. Before concluding my remarks, I would like to underline that sharing information, best practices, and experience is essential to overcome our common problems. I would like to express my sincere thanks to Pakistan, D8 organization, for holding this meeting, and I deeply wish the meeting to be fruitful. I wish you all Allah's, the Most High, blessings at this extreme period, and thank you for your attention.
Will also provide useful guidance to the working groups.
We need to produce more high-value crops. I think that is one of the key